One of the greatest medical mysteries, in my opinion, is how and why we age. And today, certainly almost as important, is what can we do about it? Here on the Not Old Better show, we try and tell those stories. We try to describe those changes and chronicle all that will have a profound impact on our health. For example, recently we were at the National Institutes of Health where we spoke to Dr. Tony Fauci and Dr. Aaron Green about DNA, about Drs Watson and Crick, and about the subject that we're going to talk to you today about, telomeres. Telomeres, known as the end caps on chromosomes, can have a very determinate effect on the lifespan of a cell. Certainly, our conversations about these subjects often have to do with the inverse of Moore's law, where we as a society are spending more and more on pharma products and getting less return. Industry and many in the medical profession are focusing on treating diseases rather than looking more closely at what is causing those diseases in the first place. So let's get back to the notion of health and lifespan though. We here at the Not Old Better show, we've tended to bring on guests with a philosophy similar to our own, and that is to focus on the root cause of age-related disease and aging. Medical science disagrees about this, but it appears that slightly more than the majority believe that this focus will lead to better aging and longevity, not by better treatments, but by maintaining health and preventing disease from occurring in the first place. It turns out that this majority are using hard science around the cell-based clocking mechanism, which serves as a cell division clock that over time leads to a shortening of the cell. In other words, at every division of the cell, which happens about 50 to 70 times over a lifetime, and the human body is composed of about 1 trillion cells, so this is happening a lot, and it's happening to an awful lot of cells, and over that time, cells endure wear and tear. This brings us to telomeres. Telomeres are structures located at the very ends of chromosomes that protect the genetic material during cell division. Based on their general function and appearance, telomeres are often compared to the very plastic end on a shoelace, as they're often associated with disease and eventual death. Telomeres have also been compared to a bomb fuse. In most cases, each time a cell divides, it sheds a portion of its telomeres. As the cell continues to divide, its telomeres get shorter and shorter. Once the telomeres are gone, the chromosome has no buffer to protect itself from the genetic material that might be deteriorating around it during cell division, and as a result, the cell can no longer divide and it dies. This process, the process a cell undergoes after maturity, is called cellular senescence. There's a large and growing body of scientific evidence showing that shorter telomeres are associated with a number of age-related diseases, and that lifestyle, genetic, environmental, and other factors can affect your telomere length. But for us, let's talk more specifically. What does your age in telomeres mean? I just received this in the mail. It's a new product called simply TeloYears, not to be confused by the name telomeres. But according to the website at TeloYears.com, it claims that your age in TeloYears is an intuitive way to know how well you're aging at a cellular level. Whether you're older or younger in TeloYears, either result provides satisfaction in knowing where you stand, and it could give you some motivation to improve your own lifestyle choices, including diet, exercise, or stress management. According to the instructions inside this little box, which provides me with a swab and a finger prick, I will collect just 1 drop of blood from my finger, and I'll mail it back in the prepaid envelope to TeloYears Company CLIA certified lab. Once there, TeloYears' medical professionals will measure my telomere length. Of course, as we explained, these are the protective caps on the very ends of your chromosomes that tend to shorten and fray over time depending on factors like genetics, environment, stress, and lifestyle. Based on this length, TeloYears will report my age in TeloYears, or the actual age of the typical man or woman whose telomere length is similar to my own. Based on this length, TeloYears will report my age in TeloYears, or the actual age of a typical man or woman whose telomere length is similar to my own. This number can be older or younger than my actual age. Obviously, if older, TeloYears claims that you can use some of these results to improve your lifestyle and fitness choices. Then you can have your telomeres remeasured in about 6 to 12 months to track your progress. So the cool factor of TeloYears testing service, clearly off the charts. This is a great idea, and I think there's a lot of potential and a lot of potential importance. But what about its real-world relevance? Your TeloYears results can also be used through repeat testing to track how your choices are affecting your aging, as studies have demonstrated that lifestyle choices have been shown to have a measurable impact on telomere length. So I'm going to participate in the test. I'm basically a healthy guy, although I fibbed to you recently about my winter weight gain. My doctor reminded me that the 4 to 5 pounds that I reported to you was really more like about 5 to 10 pounds. So I wasn't exactly truthful there. Oops. But I do tend to get a lot of exercise, and I do yoga on a daily basis. And as many of you are aware, I'm a non-smoker and a non-drinker. So the version of the TeloYears test that I purchased offers me 2 stages. The first being this benchmark that I mentioned. It gives me kind of this level set that then I can compare after a particular time my current standing and age in TeloYears to my actual age. I'll be 60 in May. And then after I make some of these lifestyle changes that I was referring to, maybe a little bit more exercise, a little bit better eating habits, a little bit more in the way of kind of stress management, and a little better rest perhaps, I can repeat the test to track how my results have improved or not. And as usual, you'll get the complete, unvarnished results along with how my age in TeloYears is calculated and how my steps to control how I'm aging actually work. So please check back here very soon for the results and to see about not just talking about better, but actually doing something about it. So thanks, everybody.